Alright, let's dive into some data. So before we actually start graphing the data, what we need to make sure is that our data is what I like to call graph-worthy. So graph-worthy data to me means that the data is well organized and is easily translatable into a visual format such as a chart or graph. So what we have here is some data issued by New York State that is based on traffic tickets written in New York City by the New York City Police Department. So it covers a period of time in 2013, so 1 year of data. And what we have from left to right is the actual violation description, so what the ticket was written for, the year it occurred, as I said, 2013, the violation month, which you'll notice is actually in numerical format, the age of the individual at when the violation occurred, the state of license, so where the individual was licensed, their gender, and then the actual ticketing organization or the police department that actually wrote the ticket. So what you'll see is that it's pretty organized. This data is not bad. But what we need to do is make sure that there's no gaps or anything or no missing data to make sure that we're not going to actually break our graph. So what I'm going to do is highlight row 1. And I'm going to go to the filter option up in the top right hand part of the ribbon. I'm going to click on filter, and what I'm going to do is just go through each of these and see if there are any blanks. So as you can see, for the violation description there aren't any blanks. For the violation year I only see 2013, so no blanks there, we're all good. Violation month, nope, nothing, 1 through 12, makes sense. Age of violation, alright. There we go. So there's some blanks. So we need to get rid of those blanks. So how are we going to do that? Well, the first thing we need to do is come up here and select all, this box. We need to uncheck that, and then we'll go down to the blanks. So what this is going to do is only give us the blanks. So we'll click OK. As you can see, there are roughly 52 different blanks. So the reason we want to get rid of these is because what they're going to do is potentially mess up our data later on. We want our data to be as clean as we can get it. Even if we're not going to necessarily graph the age of violation, we want to make sure that if we would like to later on down the line, that we have the option to do so. So by cleaning up the data up front, we give ourselves options going forward. So the first thing I'm going to do is select this cell, drag my mouse down all the way down to the selection that I want to cover, or the area I want to delete these blanks from. I'm going to hit Alt, and I'm going to hit the semicolon key. What that is going to do is only highlight the cells that I want, or the rows in this case, that I want to delete. From there, I can do one of two things. I can hit Control minus on the keyboard. It may take a few seconds, but it will delete all those offending rows that we want to get rid of. Or what I can do is right click and delete row. That's going to accomplish the same thing. As you can see, it took a few seconds, but at the end of the day it did that correctly. So now if we go back to our data and select all, you're going to notice that there's no blanks in here. We got rid of those blanks, and we got rid of that anomalous data. So I can click over here, come back to the age and violation, and our data for that particular selection is clean. State of license, let's just make sure there's nothing in here that's causing us any issues or will cause us any issues, and there's nothing there. Gender, male, female, we're all set. And then finally the police agency that issued the ticket. We're good to go. Alright, so what we've done here is we made sure that our data is clean and graph worthy.